How's it going, guys? This is the Foot and Fist Sports Network, and we're going to be bringing you a preview of UFC 203. Now, right off the bat, I want to say that I'm really disappointed to see that Ian McCall has lost yet another opponent on just 2 days' notice. Ray Bork unfortunately had to pull out due to health problems. It's sad for Uncle Creepy because I was really looking forward to see him fight. It's been a long time. I think it was January 2015 since he last fought, and this is the third fight in a row that has been canceled on him. Hopefully he'll be getting a fight soon. He wants to fight in Belfast in the next Ireland card, so who knows? Hopefully we'll see that soon. So first off, we have Jessica Eye versus Blachowicz. Now, given the nature of the women's bantamweight division, the winner of this fight could easily find herself within reach of a title shot with an impressive win. Neither woman has really looked all that great as of late. Eye has lost her last 3 fights by decision, while Blachowicz has lost twice. Once was against Ronda Rousey in 14 seconds, I think it was. The other one was a split decision. Now, Jessica Eye's toughness makes her a very hard opponent to finish, and that is without a doubt her biggest strength. She's not particularly good at anything, but she's pretty much decent at everything. Now, Blachowicz is much more singular in approach. She loves to stand and bang. She's had a lot of success in her career with knocking women out, but never really at the highest level. Jessica Eye should definitely be smart and take Blachowicz to the ground. I think she has a very good chance of winning there. On the feet, Blachowicz is dangerous, but Eye's chin should save her from danger of being in TKO or something like that. So I see this one going to a decision, and I think Jessica Eye will pull out the win. Jessica Andrade and Joanne Calderwood is the next fight, so yet another women fight on this card. These two chicks always throw down. Now, JoJo in particular is known for her style of taking one to give one. She is known for her Muay Thai, while Jessica Andrade is known for more of a kicking game. What worries me about Calderwood is her lack of head movement. She tends to get caught at the end of her combinations and her punches. So, she's just so tough that she's able to eat them and keep firing, but that's definitely going to be a big problem at the highest level. She'll have to be very careful in this one because Andrade is dangerous with her kicks. Overall, it seems like Jessica Andrade is a little bit less consistent. She's lost 2 of her last 4 fights. And Calderwood, on the other hand, has only lost 1 fight in her career, and it was to a very good fighter in Marina Moroz. I'm torn between whether it's going to be a decision or a third-round TKO, but considering how non-heavy-handed, I guess you could say, these women are, these strawweights are, I'm going to go with a decision. I'm going to keep it safe for this one. Next up, we have the California kid, Urijah Faber, taking on Jimmy Rivera. Now, Urijah Faber is so good that he's beaten just about everybody in the bantamweight division, except for the champion Dominic Cruz and TJ Dillashaw. Having now lost twice to Cruz, the California kid has a long road ahead of him if he wants another title shot. Considering Cody Garbrandt or TJ Dillashaw are going to get the next title shot, there aren't really many options open for Faber. Jimmy Rivera definitely makes sense as an opponent. He's an up-and-coming prospect who just beat Yuri Alcantara in January. Rivera isn't going to win this fight, but the experience of fighting someone like Faber is priceless. It will help him grow to become a much better fighter, and this experience, make no mistake about it, is going to be very painful. Few fighters are as conditioned, as well-skilled as Faber. Jimmy Rivera is definitely not one of those people. Faber's going to hurt him on the feet and either snap a guillotine or TKO him with a brutal ground and pound. With a win here, and if the UFC decides to give Cody Garbrandt the title shot, then a big money fight between Urijah Faber and TJ Dillashaw could be on the horizon. That's pretty much the biggest fight that the UFC can make at bantamweight, so that's the fight I expect to see soon. Now it's time for CM Punk versus Mickey Gall, and in an odd way, this might actually be the most anticipated fight on the card. CM Punk signed with the UFC 2 years ago, and we've questioned him ever since. Many people thought he wouldn't even make the walk. While there's still time for him to pull out, he seems set to go. He made the right choice in choosing his camp because there aren't really many other gyms that are at the level of Rufus Sport. Being coached by someone like Duke Rufus is huge, and being able to train alongside Anthony Pettis and Tyrone Woodley is invaluable. Mickey Gall is a very promising prospect with a lot of potential. He won his UFC debut in 45 seconds. Both of his pro wins are via first-round rear naked chokes. He trains under Jim Miller and Dan Miller, so he also trains at a pretty good gym. His biggest strength by far is his jiu-jitsu game. He also has pretty good striking for an unexperienced fighter. He may not be very experienced, but he's felt the octagon. That's something that CM Punk cannot say, Octagon jitters are a real thing, so it's good that he's already gotten that out of his system. If he fights his fight and doesn't let the occasion get to him, he'll win this fight hands down. I just don't see how CM Punk at 37 years of age can have learned enough of MMA to be able to beat a younger, more hungry, more skilled, and more experienced fighter like Mickey Gall. This is going to be pretty damn quick, and I think it's going to end with a tap, tap, tap on Mickey Gall's chest, and CM Punk is probably going to go crawling back. I don't know if he's going to have another fight after this. I'm not too sure, but either way, the WWE audience is going to be tuning in, and that's what the UFC wants. Next up is the co-main event between Fabricio Werdum and Travis Browne. This is a very big rematch in multiple ways. When these two first fought, it was a title eliminator bout. Since then, Travis Browne has moved to Glendale Fighting Club, and it's pretty much been the worst decision he could possibly have made. He has gone on to lose 3 of his last 5 fights. One of those 2 wins should have been overturned due to multiple illegal eye pokes against Matt Mitrione. Browne has been known to use dirty tactics in fights before, whether it be dirty elbows or things like that, so it's definitely something to keep in mind when you fight against him. Fabricio Werdum, on the other hand, looked great before getting KO'd by Stipe Miocic. He made a huge technical error and tactical error in that fight, and he got caught. It can happen to anybody. He is an excellent fighter, especially at heavyweight. He's one of the more well-rounded fighters, more complete fighters. And of these two, he is the one that has improved his game more since their last fight. I think it was in 2014. That doesn't bode well for Travis Browne, coming into this fight. He is at a gym with an awful record, and his coach, Edmund Tarverdian, is considered one of the worst coaches in professional MMA. The one thing he has going for him is that he has absolutely nothing to lose. He took the fight on 4 weeks' notice, and a win here would be massive, while a loss wouldn't really hurt him all that much. Fabricio Werdum is the better striker, he's the better jiu-jitsu player, and he has a much better team behind him. The only way that I can see Cavallo losing this fight is if he makes another dumb mistake like he did against Miocic. That simply isn't going to happen. He's too smart. You can tell he's a very intelligent guy, so he's going to learn from that mistake. He's going to stay calm and not go in, like a bull just rushing at somebody, and he's going to score a second-round submission win. Now it's time for the main event, and this is one of the hardest fights I've ever had to pick a winner of. Stipe Miocic has an iron chin, and he's a very, very good boxer. He's very, very athletically gifted as well. His movement is also compared to a lighter weight fighter, which is a huge compliment for a man of his size. His wrestling game is also very good. He's a Division I wrestler, and he's great at mixing in his strikes and takedowns to keep his opponents guessing. Alistair Overeem is by far the most decorated striker the heavyweight division has ever seen. He is amazing at setting up patterns and using feints. He draws his opponents into a trap and smashes them with unrivaled ferocity. As if he isn't scary enough on the feet, his clinch game is monstrous as well. He slams the hardest knees you'll ever see and breaks his opponents in that position. He's a very, very good ground fighter too. He has a nasty guillotine that has finished some of the best fighters in the world over the years. Both guys are very, very well-rounded and very skilled in every aspect of MMA. The one weakness one of them has is Overeem's chin. He's unable to take shots like he used to be, and that's something that his coaches have always been very open about. He's done a very good job of protecting it ever since he moved to Jackson Wink MMA, but the problem is definitely still there. You just can't heal a chin. We know that Miocic can take giant bombs. He boxed with Junior Dos Santos for 5 rounds, for fuck's sake, and that was a war. But can Overeem take those same shots? I think that's going to be the difference maker here. It's going to be a very close fight, but I just see Miocic clipping the ream and getting a TKO in the 3rd round. It's going to be a crazy fight, so do not miss this one. Let me know in the comments section down below who you think is going to walk away with the most prestigious title in combat sports. If you enjoyed the video, then please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time on the Foot and Fist Sports Network.